What is going on, guys? Today we have got another showdown of the summer heat. Honestly, we're coming towards the final of it now. I believe there's only 1 week left, and we have got a big match between two teams that realistically need to actually win. So I don't know, I quite enjoy it, and I think the showdown is something they really can kind of put a twist on, maybe going forward into the start of FIFA 21, even if it's just a rating or 2 ratings. I don't know, it gives the chance for players like, for instance, these two that necessarily haven't had that massive increase. Obviously, Trezeguet has had a player moments, I believe it was, which was quite expensive. Now it's nice to see that they have got 292s. Obviously, another left mid. Yes, I'm not a big fan, and we have the chance of getting Pulisic, I believe, tomorrow. I'm not a big fan of that. I feel like they could have picked other people, but that's not what we're here for. Trezeguet is a 92 left mid. He is a 5-star as well. That is the big thing that's going to take you to this card. He requires an 86 rated team, which realistically in this kind of stage isn't actually that bad. 5'10", high medium work rates, and is right footed, so left side, right foot. You've got to always be kind of wary to that. We have got the flare trait and the outside of the foot trait, which is always nice because obviously sometimes we don't necessarily get any traits at all with these players that necessarily are not in much. Like, you don't get your Virgils, your Ronaldos, your Messis who have every trait under the book. We get these kind of lower rated players who necessarily don't have anything. So it'd be nice for them to kind of include more traits into the game and into these players going into next year. Obviously, it was a new step this year, so hopefully we can get something else. Looking at his stats then, 93 acceleration, 97 sprint speed. We've got 86 attacking positioning, 94 finishing, 95 shot power, and 95 long. We've got good passing, 92 short, 87 long isn't great, but with the basic it goes up by +5 to a 92, sorry. And then obviously curving vision at an average rating realistically. Dribbling wise is 95 on the overall. We have 93 agility and 84 balance with 88 composure. And I think if I was going to go for any sort of chem style, I'll probably say a sniper will be his best friend. I feel like that's going to do the most justice to him. It'll max out that shooting, and it'll also get that dribbling up. I know the balance will only go up by +5 because the engine is the +10, but it also gets the composure up, and that will go up to a 93, which I think is good enough for this game. He's got 82 strength with 96 stamina. Again, that's relatively decent in this part of the game. Being 5'10", a little bit taller than the most meta players in this game. Interesting to see how he works, as obviously being a 5'5", that normally means a decent player to an extent. Obviously, it's more aimed at the animations of how he runs, how he kind of controls the ball, and just overall his gameplay. That sometimes is a big factor into what players people use and class as the real metas. And 5'5" is always something that is pretty decent on this game. So let's jump into the first match with him. I'm interested to see how he goes. I personally didn't do his player moments. I felt like it was a bit expensive, and at the time, I wasn't necessarily grinding all of the SBCs. Whereas now, we're going to get him in the club, see how he goes, and let's jump into it. Trezeguet on the wing. Let's see what we can do with him. Obviously, he's got a bit of pace on him. Can we get that ball through? Eusebio's going to find him. We find the inside. Can we find it back? Eusebio! Good block. I thought he might have been able to get that. Trezeguet on the wing. Get the little 1-2, can we? There it is. Lovely little bit of play there. Down the wing. Inside over Pogba. One more fake shot. Across. Lovely stuff. Oh, what a save from Pope. Trezeguet finding that outlet every single time. He's kind of making himself some space on the wing there. Get a little ball across. That's great to R9. Little across. I probably should have went for the chip. But lovely play already. Kind of getting himself involved in everything. Masaku coming inside. Not quite getting him. But the defense is holding him off. Lovely little ball. There we go. Let's roll it to Masaku. See what he could do down this wing. Because obviously the one thing that you got to watch with him, even as we get the speed up lag, is that he is a high medium work rate. So that's always going to be something that you've got to watch out for. Oh, Trezeguet timed it perfectly. Lovely little step over. And again, inside. Oh, that's a block from Alonso. Can we get the shot? Good save from Pope again. Probably should have went with more near post. I didn't expect him to get that good of a shot off, to be honest with you. And again, Trezeguet. I want to see what he's like in like the 70th or 80th minute. What he's like running down his wing constantly. Because this is what it's all about really. Is having that kind of consistency going down the wing with a player like this. And he's constantly winning the ball back, which is always nice. Oh, but R9 shows him exactly how to do it. Lovely bit of play from him. And it all comes from Trezeguet winning that ball back. It gets to R9. We go a bit out. And then we go back in. And I think potentially we're getting our first rage quit of the reviews. We did indeed. And again, outstanding performance from Trezeguet. How many times did he get on the ball? 12 out of 14 passes. Didn't lose the ball once. Obviously, I don't think I even crossed it really. Oh, I tried a little dink. It wasn't really a cross. One shot on target. Decent play to start with. Masaku not having too much to do in that match, but played wonderfully. Got that last-ditch challenge, which stopped the guy from scoring first, which is massive to do as a defender. Oh, Trezeguet coming in there. Didn't see him actually come anywhere from that. Trezeguet holding the ball there. I think the 5-star is definitely pretty sick on him. Even though we're just managing to kind of lose the ball there. Can he? Can he? Oh, nearly. But he wins it back again. And that's the vital thing with him. And I've noticed it a few times now. It's not the fact that he kind of does lose the ball. But he wins it back. And not many left mids do that, to be honest. You've got a fair few that are decent, but don't win the ball back consistently like that. And that's a very, very nice trait to have with him. And the guy didn't want the hands. Into Mahrez. There we go. He missed. Trezeguet down the wing. We can see R9, but he's going to absolutely blitz Wan-Bissaka. Can he outbeat him, though? Can we get the inside? Lovely. We find him. Heel to heel. One more. Oh, he misses it. Thought he may have overstepped his mark there, to be fair. Oh, but R9 does it. Masaku out. Gets that. Look at that. That is a quality ball into Trezeguet. Little dink across to Eusebio. And that's it. Game, set, match. 2-0. Beautiful ball from Masaku. Down to Trezeguet. Lovely little whipped cross across. And then a beautiful goal by Eusebio. Hey, Trezeguet getting a rebound. We love to see it. It was a matter of time before he manages to get one in. And it's luckily come off here. Eusebio goes for a pop shot. And we get very, very lucky to get his reaction onto that one. Oh, nearly. Not the greatest of shots. But I mean, as in, that's a lovely little flick from him. Trezeguet finding the wing again. You'd love to see it. He skips past players. Honestly, I know we've got a lot of left mids and that is a bit of an unfortunate thing because it just kind of takes the spotlight off these players because he's relatively good. But is he going to replace your 95 Vinicius, your 95 Ribery, your 95 Diaby? But realistically, he actually isn't a bad left mid at all. Like I was saying in the Trezeguet review, it is a shame that we have got so many of one position. And for the left back, it doesn't really matter how many we had. We've had that one. That best player that realistically doesn't get beat very often, if at all. As Pogba hits the post. And it's a shame because Masaku is a wonderful left back. A lot better than what I thought he would be, to be honest with you. He's consistent with his tackles. He's great at recovering. And yes, my defensive ability isn't amazing. He's still managing to really keep up with some of the best players and some of the most meta wingers we've ever seen in this game. And again, look at the ball. Consistently getting the ball across into Trezeguet. Into R9. Mahrez. Oh, what a block. 84th minute. It would have been game over. Oh, but Pogba finds the back of the net in the 85th. Lovely little change of direction. Can we find Eusebio through? We can indeed. Trezeguet is going to try and make that run off. And he finds him. Oh, AWB doing really well there. So we have got the overall for Trezeguet, and honestly, I really liked him. I felt the 5-star was absolutely wonderful. Like I said during the review, the only issue we've got is there is so many left mids that we've had. This is the 6th, and then potentially Pulisic, if he wins the vote, could be the 7th, which is annoying. They brought out a left wing Villa card, another Prem, knowing in the vote there's another Prem left wing. I don't get the logic to that. I feel like there was quite a few different Aston Villa players they could have give. Goalie, centre-back, a centre-mid, a right-mid, anybody. I know that obviously it's mainly because of this card right here, which was very, very expensive at the time. I feel like the market was high with him, yeah. Because he was a lot of coins back then. Now during the market kind of crash, he's dropped down in price, which is still more expensive than the 92 version, which is annoying. Obviously, that is a centre forward, so you could argue the balance between being a central card and a left wing is probably more desirable. But realistically, this card nonetheless is not to sleep on. If you've not got any of the Viniciuses, the Ribery's, or Neymar, honestly, he's not a bad card to look at. If you've got a Prem team, obviously Villa fans are going to be absolutely loving this card. 86 rated squad, grind towards it. I wouldn't really pay any coins towards him. I'd always go on tradables. Even if you wait for rewards, I think it potentially could be the case for him. He's got great pace. Finishing was decent. His passing was lovely. His passing and dribbling together were his main stats for me. He managed to kind of get past players effortlessly. He's just running down a wing, and honestly, he never tired. 5-star definitely has the massive, massive impact on him. And you could play him anywhere across the park, I think. Being a right-footed left wing, you could play him right wing and still have him doing the crossing job. I could play him centre forward. Potentially striker. I wouldn't say that would be his best position, but a centre forward cam, you could potentially try it. The 5-star definitely enables that little bit more of a versatility with him. And I think most definitely for 128k, 100% a good SBC with the chance to be a 95. For me, Trezeguet would be a nice one. I think if I was going to pick which one I'd rather be 95, I may even go and want to have a draw there. 93 each. Not a bad little card to have between them there, because both of them necessarily are not the greatest in terms of what we've already had. So having them both 93 adds that little bit of value to both of them. But if I was to go with anybody, I think Trezeguet would have my vote for the 95. I feel like that would be the kind of win. I think West Ham will win personally, but who knows? Prem is a very, very good place to kind of lose money if you're putting on bets right there. In terms of chem style, I still rate the sniper. It will turn him into a 95, 94 and a half practically, but 95 left wing. You could even have him as a 93 cam and a 93 centre forward, as well as the 93 and 95 on the left forward, right forward, and then the right wing. So for me, that's a god gift right there. You get the 89 balance, you get the 93 composure with the 99 agility. Obviously, you max out his shooting. You could potentially go with something like artist. Necessarily isn't the greatest because the composure is where I'm looking to get up, but you do get that passing up max as well. It all depends on what you want him for. I like him as that kind of sniper. I put it on a lot of players, to be honest, just in case he gets in them positions where I want him to have the best finishing possible, but also the best composure as well. Other than that, I think he's a cracking player. I'd give him a solid 9 out of 10, and potentially even with a 95 if they do win. I could even see it being a 10 out of 10, to be honest with you. Really, really good. The 5-star is amazing. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.